This is WKYT This Morning.
Rise and shine and good morning, everybody. It's great to see you on this Tuesday. I'm Andrea Walker.
And I'm Bill Bryant, and we're glad you're waking up the Kentucky way with us here on WKYT. It is Tuesday, October 25th.
Now to the news. 4 suspects charged in the shooting death of Trinity Gay will return to court today.
Also here at 6 a.m. on WKYT, Lexington police say a homeowner was left shaken up after finding a burglar inside his home overnight.
And the Lexington Humane Society is dealing with a costly problem. Find out how you can help coming up on WKYT This Morning.
Be a good idea to take a coat this morning. You're going to notice that when you open the door.
Oh, no doubt about it. Yeah, we're in the 30s and 40s this morning. We felt it as we walked in. We've been talking about it all morning long. 30s and 40s this morning. So, yeah, grab that coat like Bill was talking about. We're 42 right now in Lexington, 45 in Moorhead, and Frankfort coming in at 38 degrees. Now, as we travel through your day, it'll get back toward the mid-60s. Pretty much where we were yesterday is where we're going to be today. So it's not all that bad, but it's still rather cool there in the shade yesterday. A couple of fronts on the way. One's going to come on Thursday. One comes close to the weekend. How is that going to affect not only our plans there for this week, but off into Halloween? Well, I'm going to show you that coming up in a few minutes.
And we'll see you in just a little bit, Micah. Let's get to the news.
It is a high-profile story that's grabbed headlines around the world. Today, we are tracking the case against 4 men charged in connection with the death of Lexington teenager Trinity Gay.
All 4 suspects are charged with wanton endangerment. Police say Gay, who was just 15 years old, died as a result of people firing shots at each other in the middle of the night outside a Lexington restaurant. WKYT's Lauren Miner is live in Lexington now to explain what we expect to happen in court today. Lauren, good morning.
Good morning, Andrea. As you said, this is a case that is being followed by people from all over the country. And today, all 4 men in connection with the shooting death of Trinity Gay will appear here in district court. Last week, Lexington police charged a 4th person in the case, 20-year-old Lamonte Williams, with wanton endangerment. He is being held in the Fayette County Detention Center. Williams appeared in court last Thursday afternoon, and a judge entered a not guilty plea on Williams' behalf. Williams' bond was set at $5,000, and the judge would not reduce his bond because he said he was a danger to others. Chazarze and DeMarcio Taylor are also both charged with wanton endangerment in the case. They bonded out of jail last Wednesday. Police have also arrested 21-year-old Devontae Middlebrooks in the case, who still remains in jail. Police charge Middlebrooks with wanton endangerment and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. Last week, when Lexington police announced they had arrested Williams, they said, quote, "The investigation remains and is still in the early stages. In order to better determine the sequence of events that led to the victim's death, investigators continue to gather forensic, digital, testimonial, and other evidence. During today's preliminary hearing, the judge will determine whether there is enough evidence to require a trial." Now, we will be in the courtroom today live tweeting, so be sure you stick with us on social media and on WKYT for updates in the case. Reporting live in Lexington, Lauren Miner, WKYT.
It'll be interesting to see where the case goes, Lauren. Thank you. And new on WKYT this morning, police are looking for 2 suspects right now after they say a gunman was chased out of a Lexington home. This all went down just before 1 o'clock this morning on Culpeper Road in the Chevy Chase area nearby there. And that's where police say a man woke up to find a man with a gun in his home. He chased after the man, who police say jumped into a car with another man and got away.
We're learning more about an eastern Kentucky murder case this morning. Police in Boyd County have charged Jacob Lane with murder in connection to the death of Justin Reeder. WKYT's Mike Byer has more details.
Good morning, Andrea. Reeder's body was found yesterday afternoon in Lawrence County, Ohio. Ashland police have now charged Lane with murder in connection to his death. Lane was arrested Friday evening by police on a second-degree burglary charge in a separate investigation. The 24-year-old was already in custody in the Boyd County Detention Center before the murder charge. It comes after the body of 21-year-old Reeder was found along County Road 218. According to the Lawrence County Sheriff's Office, the body was found about 40 yards from the roadway in a wooded area. Reeder was reported missing by family members on October 17th. Now, his body has been turned over to the Boyd County Coroner's Office. An autopsy is pending. At the live desk, Mike Byer, WKYT.
Mike, thank you. A Fayette County grand jury has indicted a woman who investigators say was under the influence and had drugs in her system at the time of a deadly crash.
Crystal Chaffins is charged with 2 counts of manslaughter, possession of cocaine, and driving under the influence. She's charged in a December 2015 crash on Versailles Road that killed Joseph and Cynthia Beamer. Family members of the Beamers say the indictment is a sigh of relief after a long 10 months.
I don't think anybody's family should ever have to deal with the scars of losing your parents, and it goes with the old cliche that you know your parents should never have to bury your children, but you should never lose your parents in a head-on collision at 10:30 in the morning heading home on a clear day in December. It's just not fair.
An arraignment date for Chaffins has not been set at this time.
Kentucky State Police are hoping that a picture will help solve a Jackson County arson case. Police believe that someone purposely set a fire that destroyed a cabin on Carpenter Ridge Road back on October 14th. The truck seen here was captured by a game camera near the cabin at the time of the fire. Troopers want to talk to the driver of that truck, a newer model black single cab Chevy. They are hoping that that person can at least give them information about the fire. There is a $1,000 reward being offered in that case.
2 of Lexington's homeless facilities will soon be moving into one building as part of a new 24-hour homeless shelter. City officials say Divine Providence Incorporated bought a city-owned building on Industry Road. The nonprofit runs both the Community Inn and the Catholic Action Center. City officials say this is a good move to help the homeless, but some businesses have some concerns.
There will now be a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week location for those people so that they don't have to leave in the morning. They don't have to get up and pack their stuff all the way back downtown.
Being a merchant directly across the street, I do have concerns for loitering and panhandling from my clientele.
The move is expected to take 4 months and should open in February. The Lexington Humane Society is asking for your help dealing with an expensive problem.
It really is. On Friday, the Humane Society lost power after a dump truck hit an electrical line on Old Frankfort Pike. The power is back on, but that outage damaged controls to the shelter's sewage pump. The issue is now causing the sewage to back up into the shelter. And to deal with that matter, it is costing the shelter thousands of dollars to have a company pump it out.
This is not something, unfortunately, that we planned for in our budget. We did not foresee the command panel for our sewage pump going out, and as of right now, we don't know the cost of replacing it.
The Humane Society is asking for the community to help cover the costs, and if you would like to donate, we have information about how you can do that at WKYT.com. How can you look in the eyes of those little animals there and not want to help?
Puppies.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, renovations are underway for an iconic statue out at the Kentucky Horse Park.
The statue of the famed horse Man o' War is around 70 years old. The horse park officials say it's deteriorated a little bit from the outside conditions over the years. They've hired a company to restore the statue by putting a new copper coating on it. The horse park expects the work to be finished in time for Man o' War's 100th birthday in March.
Yeah, wants to look handsome for that birthday,
Yeah,
right?
I think he's going to look good. He still looks good. I mean, really.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And, you know, what a claim to fame in this part of the country, right?
Of course.
It's 6:08 on WKYT this morning, and it is a chilly start to your Tuesday.
It really is. You may want to grab your coat on the way out, and if you don't, you'll remember as soon as you step outside. Let's head over to meteorologist Micah Harris for an update on today's weather.
It's so true. Once you walk out the door, you're going to be like, well, you know, Andrea, Micah, Bill, they told me I needed that coat or light sweater because it is chilly outside. Check out these numbers outside. We're in Boyle County at 37 degrees. Go off into Mount Sterling, that Montgomery, Bath, Fleming County area. That's where you're seeing those temperatures right there in the mid-30s. Clark County, my friends in Winchester, good morning to you guys. Madison County, Richmond coming in the upper 30s, lower 40s. It is a chilly start once you walk out the door. That means kids going off to the bus stop, they'll need that light coat, maybe even toward the afternoon. If your kids are one of those that get chilly pretty easily, like Andrea, she always has a blanket on. I don't know if you guys know that, but she got a blanket on over there. 65 degrees by the afternoon, may be a little bit cool for some of us. Heading off toward the evening hours, I don't see any problems whatsoever. And a big front is over us at this moment and will continue to slide northbound. It's not really working its way through the region. But this warm front, down to the south of warm fronts, we have that mild air because Now it's just pushing all that warm air to the north, or all that cool air rather. So we're sitting in some mild air as we slide towards your Wednesday. Wednesday looks pretty good, no rain chance. Then we head towards your Thursday. That's when some rain moves on in. Now this isn't widespread rain. You will get some showers, maybe even a couple of rumbles of thunder. No severe weather is expected. This is more of just beneficial rain to the yards. And you'll pick up maybe 1/4 of an inch at most out of this and below. So this isn't a good rain, but at least it's something, right? Some much cooler air back behind that. As that front passes through on Thursday, you'll feel it Thursday afternoon off into the evening hours. And then on Friday is when you'll start to see temperatures there in the low 60s. So we'll actually feel that on Friday too. But here's the breakdown of the rainfall forecast through your Thursday. Obviously not much, showing up 1/10 of an inch in some locations, but that's about it. There's not a lot of rain out of this, but they're very gusty showers and a few rumbles of thunder out of this on Thursday, okay? We'll get anywhere from 15 to 25 miles per hour there for your Thursday. Now, Saturday, Sunday, like I said, Friday's good. Saturday, Sunday, right now the front is not pushing through. It looked yesterday and into this weekend that it would push through and it'd drop our temperatures there in the low 60s. But now you're looking even in the upper 60s to lower 70s. And Saturday and Sunday looks really good for any trunk or treating going on. Maybe at some of these churches or out at some festivals or whatever it may be there for the weekend. Monday is Halloween, and as of right now, there's really not a good rain chance at all. So as the front stays to the north of us, it allows all that warm air to stream on in. It's not going to feel like Halloween, but at least it's not bitterly cold. At least we don't have just rain pouring on us. Yeah. So there is some good news.
Yeah. That is a good news for trick-or-treaters, because I always hated when I was little when I have a cute costume and then I have to put like a coat or a turtleneck under my princess dress. You know,
right.
it's like, come on.
Or worse, you can't even go. 2013 was just so wild.
Right.
Very true.
Had to cancel somehow.
It was rough. So it looks good this year.
There you go.
Micah, we appreciate it. 6:11 our time on WKYT.
And each morning we bring you weather and traffic together.
Let's go check in with Officer Don and see what's happening out there on the roads. Good morning, Don.
Good morning. Well, not a whole lot. Traffic looks great on the Circle and the interstate as we kick things off this morning. Police are running radar on the inner loop of the Circle just past Tate's Creek Road in that area, trying to reduce collisions. So be extra careful on your way in. You don't want to ticket. There's a live look outside at Lexington traffic flow this morning. No red popping up. That's what we want to see. And as far as our major intersections, there's one right there, Nicholasville and Man-O-War, and traffic's light there. Of course, we'll keep you up to date throughout the morning. Now back to you in the studio.
Okay, Don, thank you. And we'll be keeping you up to minute on the traffic as we head through the morning here and things start picking up. 6:12 is the time. Hey, good morning again. Great to have you here on WKYT.
More news is on the way. Still to come, a terrifying scene at an Australian amusement park. 4 people were killed in a bizarre accident. We'll have the details for you in 3 minutes.
And why the nation's highest ranking senator is staying quiet about the topic of Donald Trump. That and more coming up on WKYT. Welcome back into WKYT this morning. We're glad you're on the air with us this morning at 6:16. This is a story we've been following in our newsroom around the world. Investigators in Australia say that 4 people were killed today while on an amusement park ride at Dreamworld in Queensland.
So sad. Officials say that 2 women and 2 men were on a river rapids ride, which takes people in circular rafts along a fast-moving man-made river. Investigators say 2 people were thrown from the ride and 2 others were caught inside, but it's not clear if they were trapped underwater or caught up in the machinery. Well, just 2 weeks away from Election Day, Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump held dueling rallies in the crucial state of Florida. A new poll says Trump is losing out to Clinton when it comes to young people of all races and ethnicities. The survey says young people are likely to believe that Clinton is the candidate most likely to help people like them. Meanwhile, a new CNN ORC poll shows Trump trailing Clinton by 5 points nationally.
Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell of Kentucky has never had much to say about Donald Trump, but lately he has fallen completely silent. On the few occasions when the Republican leader has appeared publicly here in his home state of Kentucky, he has avoided answering reporters' questions or explicitly refused to even address the topic of Trump or the presidential race. Allies argue that for McConnell there is little upside in saying anything more about Trump at this point. A manhunt is underway in Oklahoma City this morning. Police are looking for a suspect accused of killing 2 family members and shooting 2 police officers over the weekend. 38-year-old Michael Vance allegedly shot one officer in the foot and another in the legs on Sunday night before making off in a patrol car. Vance is also suspected of shooting a 5th person at a convenience store yesterday. The World Series starts tonight in Cleveland, Ohio, and fans of the Chicago Cubs are anxious to see if the team can beat the Cleveland Indians and claim their first championship title since 1908. And by the way, the Indians haven't won the series since 1948, so both have something to show. The series goes to Chicago on Friday. Now on StubHub, one seller is asking just under $1 million for a seat at Wrigley Field. Andrew, are you in?
I don't think so. It's a little steep for me. The time now is 6:18 here on WKYT, and Obamacare premiums are going up for millions of Americans. The Obama administration says premiums for mid-level plans will increase next year by an average of 25% in 39 states. 1 in 5 consumers will have plans available from just one insurer. Open enrollment starts next week. For the second year in a row, outdoor gear store REI is shutting its doors to shoppers on Black Friday. It's also paying employees for the day off. Even online orders won't be processed that day. A number of other retailers have decided to close for Thanksgiving as well, including the Mall of America. Also this morning, Twitter is reportedly planning to eliminate about 300 jobs, which is about 8% of its entire workforce. The cuts could come before the company reports its third quarter earnings on Thursday. According to Bloomberg, the social networking service has been struggling to expand its user base. A Chinese company is shelling out $6.5 billion to buy part of hotel giant Hilton. In return, that company, H&A Group, will get a 25% stake in Hilton. H&A runs airlines, airports, and hotels. An American Girl is coming to Toys R Us. This will be the first time a U.S.-based retailer will feature an American Girl shop. The shops will open at about 100 Toys R Us locations nationwide this Saturday, just in time for the holidays.
I was just thinking.
What do you know about that?
Wonder if that was planned or it just happened, right? Yeah. All right, good deal. Hey, WKYT this morning on the air with all the latest on your Tuesday morning. It's 6:20 right now as you rise and shine with us. The UK baseball team will soon have a new place to play ball. A look at plans for the multi-million-dollar facility coming up on WKYT this morning.
And I'm WKYT meteorologist Micah Harris. We do have some rain chances ahead, but it's very chilly this morning. That's the focus for today. We're going to go over all that with those rain chances and count down the days to some big events around here. We'll have that coming up next.
Welcome back to WKYT this morning. The time now is 6:23 on your Tuesday. All 4 suspects in the shooting death of Lexington teenager Trinity Gay will be in court today.
A little later this morning, and that's what's trending at this hour at WKYT News. Lamonte Williams, Chazare Taylor, DeMarcio Taylor, and Devonta Middlebrooks are all charged with wanton endangerment. Police say 15-year-old Trinity Gay was shot in a parking lot in the middle of the night at the Cookout restaurant on South Broadway.
A missing Boyd County man's body was found in Ohio, and now another man has been charged with murder. 21-year-old Justin Reeder was reported missing 4 days ago. 24-year-old Jacob Lane is now charged with Reeder's murder.
It's a chilly feel out there this morning. It should be a nice day ahead. Here's meteorologist Micah Harris.
Yeah, you better grab that coat before you take off early this morning. I've said that like 50 times this morning, but I'm just telling you, don't forget it. It's going to be pretty chilly. Those kids going off to the bus stop will need that. 65 degrees by the afternoon. And this from here on out, now through Christmas, we're going to do this every single day. We're going to count down the days to big events or big holidays. With the big event coming up, the time change. It's going to be on November 6th, so we got 13 days until we actually reach that to fall back an hour. 56 days until actually we hit winter, and 60 days, guys, 60 days until we hit Christmas.
I like that countdown.
That's it? I do too. I can't believe that.
That's going to be fun.
I know, and I didn't realize that the first day of winter was so late in the year, right before Christmas.
When it really gets here. Of course, it can arrive earlier and sometimes does.
In the field department, yes.
Fine with me if it holds off until,
me too,
until
me
then.
too.
And the time change is slipping up on us too. And by the way, this morning our time is 6:25. Thousands of costume zombies roam through Key West on bicycles and shoreline streets during the annual zombie bike ride.
Take a look at this. this. The Sunset Ride drew more than 8,000 people dressed in ragged garments. The zombie bike ride is a pre-Halloween tradition for families and groups. Standouts included a supersized zombie pelican carrying its long dead catch and a skeleton fish with fangs. Eek. Yikes.
You never know what you're going to see down there, right?
No, no. A new baby giraffe made its debut at the Oregon Zoo in Portland, and man, is he cute.
You get to take a look. What you peeping out at us there, huh? That is Buttercup, a 2-year-old mossy giraffe, is the park's newest addition. And after making the trip from the Santa Barbara Zoo, he took some time out to check out his new home. He's getting used to it there. Buttercup stands tall, 12 feet tall. He will grow eventually to 18 feet high, and mossy giraffes are the tallest mammals on the planet.
So
all
cute.
the better to be able to eat from trees, right?
There you go. Such an odd animal. It almost looked like steam was coming out of his nose.
I think it was a little bit of
back up.
Seeing his breath there.
There you go.
All right, we've already got some good friends there.
Well, when WKYT returns this morning, state police have now identified a body found more than 5 years ago in the Barron County. Details are coming up at 6:30.
All of our top stories are coming right up, and tonight's Mega Millions jackpot is $30 million. Tomorrow's Powerball jackpot is $164 million. So good to have you with us here on WKYT.